We are continuing our week-long celebration of National Nurses Week. A spotlight now on local heroes on the front line.
Yes, yesterday, GDL, I spoke with one of the nurses from U of L's Health's Jewish Hospital to learn about her work in the industry and what you can do to thank a nurse this week. Whether it's you or a family member, nearly everyone has been touched by the hard work provided by nurses in our hospitals and care centers. For National Nurses Week, we're inviting local nurses and nursing students to talk about the passion and hard work that goes into the profession and what the next generation of nurses looks like. Joining me today is Nikki Pyle from U of L's Health's Jewish Hospital. Thanks for speaking with me today. How are you doing?
I am doing wonderful. It's the tail end of a very, very fun weekend.
I bet. So let's jump right into it. What made you want to become a nurse? Was there a particular moment that you knew this is what you wanted to do?
Well, for me, it was a little different. So I had been in the service industry for so long that eventually I had to think of something I wanted to do with customer service, a little bit more longevity, like a career, not a job. And so I was like, go to nursing school.
I bet, and I'm sure it's very rewarding. So tell me, what's the most fulfilling part about being a nurse for you, and what do you enjoy most about your role at U of L Health?
Oh my gosh, the patients. Love the patients, love their families. I mean, I've always been kind of a fixer-upper, if you will. So trying to figure out a problem and then finding a solution to it.
Now, nurses have always been the backbone of the healthcare industry, especially I think we really saw that during the pandemic. Tell me, how has that changed your outlook in your role as a nurse?
I don't feel like my role changed that much because we're here to do a job. So for me and for my coworkers, we just kept moving forward. We just know that, people got sicker and sicker and they still needed us. There's new baby nurses coming in. We're still doing nursing school, right? And they didn't even get like a real clinical experience. So my role at the hospital as a trainer and a preceptor is I want to make sure that these nurses that didn't quite get the schooling that a lot of us did get, they come in and they're getting trained and shown the things that maybe they didn't get to see except for like over a laptop.
Mm-hmm.
That was a big difference.
I can imagine. So what advice would you give for someone that's interested in becoming a nurse?
Oh, I talked about this. So you just do it. Like first step is call the school or get online and start looking at that information. There's usually a number or an email address that you can contact to say, hey, I'm interested in some more information about your nursing school or a nursing program. Mm-hmm. And really, that's the first step. If you do that, you can start to get like your checklist of stuff that you need to do to get enrolled. And you just go one day at a time. If one day at a time is too much, just do 1 hour at a time. But I highly suggest getting started as soon as possible.
I think it's an amazing profession. My mom's a nurse by trade. I have family members that are nurses, and I know that a week that's dedicated to you guys probably feels great. So what can we do? What can people that are out in the community do to thank you guys this week?
So ever since COVID hit, I've actually witnessed a couple of things. Like I went to go get my license renewed. And I was just, I'm wearing my U of L stuff, and they literally take me from waiting outside of Bowman Field, bring me inside, and say, thank you for what you have done. And I got moved to the front of the line just for doing, what I'm supposed to be doing. It was, I don't know, that felt good. Like I don't even think about it, but for other people to think about me as being, a helpful asset, it's just nice. Just like, hey, thanks for what you do. You go to the gas station and like you have your scrubs on, and like every single time at least one person says thank you.
Yes, and I thank you too personally. The Great Day Live team thanks you. We appreciate everything you guys do. And even before, the term frontline workers was coined, you all have been there, and like I said, the backbone of the healthcare industry. So we appreciate you guys. Thank you for talking to us today.
Absolutely.